I feel stuck. I feel like I have not very many creative ideas when it comes to video creation. Maybe you feel that way too with your writing or other creative projects you have going on in your life. I actually have a list of video ideas, but none of them seem particularly interesting, or I don't feel like I have a whole lot to say on them that would stretch out into the length of a full-length video, or I don't feel like I have sort of final concrete thoughts on what I want to say on those topics. I do have a bunch of ideas for later in the year, but it's not the right time to film those or share those. The next several weeks of my planner are yawning wide open in front of me, and I'm not sure how to fill them. I never want to post something that I'm not proud of or that I feel like people aren't going to be interested in or isn't going to help anybody. But I also hate the thought of not posting at all, because I'll be honest, that feels like failure. Even though I know it's not, it still makes me feel like I failed, and I don't want to feel that way. So this morning I actually went on YouTube and I typed in Creative Rut. And I found a video by Sean Tucker. He's a photographer. I've watched several of his videos in the past, and he had one from February that was about being in a creative rut. So I clicked on it and I watched it. I will definitely link to it below. It was a great video. I highly recommend checking it out if you feel like you're stuck in any of your creative pursuits. And in the video, he talks about sometimes we get into the rut of doing the same type of creative thing over and over and over again. We're following a pattern, and we end up getting bored with that pattern. We get stuck in the sameness of it all. And the problem with that sameness is that sometimes it does feel like it's working, or you're getting a positive response from your audience. Or on the other hand, sometimes you really do like the sameness, you're just kind of bored with it at the moment. And in the video, he talks about how we need to be okay with getting out of that sameness sometimes. We need to try new things, experiment, play around, let ourselves be unafraid of doing something goofy and out of whatever our ordinary is. He says, let yourself make things just because you respond to them, even if you don't understand why yet. I loved that. Let yourself make things just because you respond to them, even if you don't understand why yet. Now, part of what is scary about that is when you are trying new things in front of an audience. It's one thing to go to a store and buy paint or clay or other art supplies and come home and make some terrible mess of a painting and then throw it away when you're done. But if you film yourself and are going to share it with others, there's a level of vulnerability there. What are people going to think of my mess? Are they going to think that I'm trying too hard, or are they going to think I'm not trying hard enough? Will they start to doubt my creative or artistic abilities? Will their respect for me be diminished in some way? I'll be honest, I get that feeling quite a lot when I'm posting videos here on YouTube or when I'm sharing my writing with others. In my head, when I'm filming or I'm putting the video together or I'm writing, I think it's good. I think it's worthy and generally acceptable for human consumption. But like, what if it's not? What if it's really not? What if I had a good run in the creative department and now it's just sort of over? I know we all feel like that sometimes with our writing or video creation or photography or painting or whatever other creative thing that you're into. And it's a miserable feeling to be there, because a lot of times I want to do something creative, I just feel like I have no ideas. So for example, with the videos, I like creating videos. I love filming them, I love editing them, I love posting them, I like the whole process, but you still have to have like a subject, you have to have something to talk about, and I feel like I don't have good ideas right now. So I'm going to take the suggestion from Sean Tucker's video and do something creative because I think I'll respond to it, even though I'm not really sure why I'm feeling drawn to this right now. I also am not sure how this video is going to turn out, but I guess we'll find out together. I'm gonna go make a collage. Okay, so I've got a stack of magazines here. I'm gonna do what I used to do in high school and college, and that is to go through magazines and cut things out. And then I will make a collage with the things I have cut out. Now, when I did this earlier in my life, it was usually to cover the front of a journal. And I'll show you some examples of what that ended up looking like. And I love them because each of those different journals really represents me at that time that I was making them. So I don't know what this will turn into, but it seemed like a fun, creative idea, and we'll see what comes of it. Now, when I'm cutting stuff out, I'm not thinking too hard about why I'm cutting stuff out. I will cut out pictures, I will cut out words, I'll cut out whatever speaks to me as I flip past it. Just because I cut it out doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily use it, but that's really all I'm going for here, is things that look good or sound good at the moment that I'm cutting it out. So let's get to cutting. Okay, so at this point I've got a whole host of lots of little pieces, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and cut them down to size, so to speak. So like this one here, I just tore it out. I don't want the green, I just liked the flower, so I'm going to cut around it so I'm only getting the flower portion. So I'm going to do that with all these little pieces. Okay, now it's time to put it all together on a piece of white scrapbook paper, and we'll see what we end up with. Okay, so clearly I need some reinforcements because I don't have enough pieces to actually cover the background. So I have some old pieces that I cut out years ago and I brought with me from Virginia. So I'm gonna go grab those and see if anything catches my eye. All right. I like cutting out magazine stuff. Leave me alone. There's a lot of stuff in here. Oh my gosh. Now some of this I cut out ages ago, and like pieces like this I'm not interested in right now. It doesn't look cool to me, so I'm not gonna worry about it. There's an envelope here. Well, I've got a ton of pieces in there. Yay! Burst of creativity. Let's put that. This one has a lot of word cutouts in it. Rise and shine, little embroidered pieces I did super long time ago. A lot of travel themed stuff in here, which I'm not particularly feeling. Why do I have all this? I think I just threw it in there and didn't really think about it. Some bigger pieces might be good. That's cute. I don't like it. That's kind of fun. It doesn't really match. Meh, meh, meh. I'm not liking any of these. Well, I like that. Be brave, not flawless. I took a long time to cut this out at some point. Maybe I'll use that on the background. That could be cool. Okay. Just shoving all this. Oh, some waffles. Oh. Look at... It took a long time cutting that out too. Dang. Alright. The waffles are making me hungry. Okay, let's go back and see what I can do with these extra pieces. feel like a third grader with my art project. I like how this turned out. I like it a lot. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it was something different. It was something creative. It was something I hadn't done in a long time, and I enjoyed it. I love doing stuff like this. It's just cut and paste, but all these images together I feel like represents a lot of me and my current life, and I like it. I especially like this cutout here because I think it looks a little bit like me, so I'll put myself right front and center. Narcissistic. So in doing this, do I feel like I have suddenly, you know, tons of video ideas? No, but I think there's still value in doing stuff like this. It shows me that I am creative. I pulled all this different stuff from all these different magazines and put it together in something that looks like me and represents me from things that had nothing to do with me. I don't think doing something like this is some sort of like immediate creative fix for yourself, but it proves you're creative. And that means that I'm not going to run out of ideas. I'm not going to run out of things to share. Sometimes it takes a while to think of ideas, and that's okay. And in the meantime, you can still do creative stuff. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. You can find me over on Instagram at Meredith Phillips Writes, and you can head over to my website, meredithphillips.com, to sign up for my newsletter. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me on this creative enterprise, and I'll see you around next time. Bye. And I'm gonna do what I used to do. The air conditioning just turned on. Is that gonna ruin it?